Have you ever had one of those days where you've got an important task waiting for you, but instead of tackling it, you somehow end up watching YouTube videos, scrolling endlessly on TikTok, or binging cat videos for 2 hours straight? The later it gets, the more stressed you feel, so you delay even more only to end the day blaming yourself. Ugh, I'm such a lazy person. But here's the truth, it's not entirely your fault. The real culprit is how your brain works. And in this video, I want to break down why we procrastinate, what actually happens inside your head when you delay things, and most importantly, how you can train your brain to be disciplined without needing superhuman willpower. Let's dive in. Picture this. You sit down in front of your laptop, open up the document you need to work on, and then bam, you're on YouTube, or scrolling TikTok, or suddenly deciding to wash the dishes first. The crazy part is, you know the task is urgent. So why does this happen? The answer lies in a war going on inside your brain. Not between good and evil, but between two powerful regions, the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. The prefrontal cortex is like the CEO. It handles logic, planning, and decision-making. It's the voice that says, hey, this assignment is important. Let's just get it done now. Meanwhile, the amygdala is your emotional security guard, except it's overly dramatic. Its job is to detect threats, discomfort, and stress. So the moment you face something heavy like writing a thesis, prepping a big presentation, or meeting a tight deadline, your amygdala sounds the alarm. This is scary. What if you fail? What if it sucks? What if you can't finish? And because the human brain is naturally wired to seek comfort and safety, the amygdala often wins. Instead of pushing through, you escape into quick dopamine hits, checking your phone, watching funny clips, snacking, or just lying down. The task itself doesn't vanish, but your brain has already labeled it as a threat. Here's the funny thing. Your brain reacts to boring or stressful tasks almost the same way it reacts to actual danger. So when you say, I'll do it later, what's really happening is your brain's survival mechanism kicking in. The more often you give in to your amygdala, the stronger that neural pathway becomes. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain gets better at whatever you practice. If you keep running away from tasks, your brain becomes an expert at finding excuses. But flip the script, and even tiny steps forward start rewiring your brain, strengthening your prefrontal cortex, and building the discipline habit. And here's the kicker, this battle doesn't just happen once. It happens every single day, every single time you want to be productive. That's why you can feel exhausted before you've even started. Your energy is already drained by this internal war. This isn't about being weak or lazy, it's biology. Everyone experiences it. The difference between a disciplined person and a procrastinator comes down to which side wins more often inside their brain. A lot of people think procrastination is just bad time management. I'm not disciplined enough. I should make a daily schedule. But that only scratches the surface. Procrastination isn't a time issue, it's an emotion issue. You don't delay because you can't manage hours on a clock. You delay because the task triggers uncomfortable feelings. Maybe it feels overwhelming. Maybe you're scared of failing. Maybe you've had a bad past experience that left emotional baggage attached to it. So when you avoid a task and run to TikTok or Netflix, it's not that you want relaxation, it's that you're avoiding negative emotions. Psychologists call this emotional regulation failure, the inability to handle unpleasant feelings, so you run to instant comfort. The problem is, this creates a vicious cycle. You delay, then feel guilty, then stress out even more, which makes you want to escape again. Around and around it goes, eroding your confidence along the way. You start labeling yourself as unreliable, lazy, or destined to fail, when really the issue is unprocessed emotions, not your potential. And perfectionism can make procrastination worse. Sometimes you delay not because you don't care, but because you care too much. You want things to be perfect, and the fear of being judged makes starting feel terrifying. So instead of risking failure, you don't start at all. On the surface, it looks like laziness, but underneath, it's fear, trauma, and sky-high expectations. The solution isn't just more planners, apps, or schedules. It's learning to face the emotions behind the delay. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of here? Am I scared of judgment? Afraid I won't finish? Do I feel stupid or alone? Sometimes just naming the emotion gives you power over it. Once you see the real reason, you can respond differently. Practical hacks help too. Break tasks into ridiculously small steps, so small they feel silly. Don't set out to write 3 pages, just write 1 sentence. Don't aim for a full workout, just put on your shoes and step outside. Once you start, momentum often carries you forward. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Progress beats perfection every time. And don't forget to reward yourself. Your brain craves dopamine. So if your task only delivers rewards weeks later, like finishing a thesis, sprinkle in mini rewards along the way. Work for 25 minutes, then let yourself watch a short video. Finish one small milestone, then treat yourself to your favorite coffee. This conditions your brain to associate discipline with pleasure, not just pain. The bottom line? Discipline isn't a talent some people are born with. It's a habit anyone can train. The trick is to design your environment, habits, and rewards in a way that makes discipline the easy choice. Delay gratification in small ways. Start tiny with mini habits. Build identity instead of just chasing goals. Design your surroundings to reduce temptation. And give yourself intentional rewards. Because procrastination isn't proof that you're lazy, it's proof that your brain is trying to protect you. And the good news? Brains can be trained. Discipline is just practice. Every small action is not just about finishing a task today, it's about shaping who you'll be 6 months from now. So next time you feel stuck, remember, it's not about becoming a superhero. It's about understanding your brain and playing the game smarter. Start with 1 sentence. Start with 5 minutes. That's how you build the future version of yourself. And hey, if this video made you think, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe so more people can start building the disciplined version of themselves. And if you'd like to support the channel, hit the join button for exclusive perks. Until next time, keep upgrading your brain.